Just recording this video to show that I'm still in the office. I had this one troublesome truss that I had to deal with for 20 minutes. So it's 10:40 p.m. I'm about to leave, and be proud of me because I only had 850 calories today. I thought I was gonna have none. I was gonna try to do an actual fast, but um, it just wasn't that kind of day. I discovered. I had the layered latte that was 400 calories. And then later on, I had the about 250 calories of the keto brick, but I put 3 teaspoons of oils. So so basically which is 1 teaspoon of MCT oil, 1 teaspoon of um, sesame oil, and then 1 teaspoon of macadamia oil. So that all added up to about 850 calories. It's all fat, basically. I mean, there's very little protein. Probably about 15 grams of protein or something like that. But yeah, I did pretty good. So in theory, that would all translate into like ketones and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I did about 150 trusses, maybe close to 170 when I got here. I got here starting at I think 7 or something. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna keep this up, and I'm be mentally resilient to be able to handle it. The only problem is tomorrow I'm a little nervous because during that fast, like I was telling you, right? There was that 1 week period where I might have done as low as 25 trusses in a day. So I brought my number down to 78 per day. And, you know, the manager looked at me like, this guy needs help. So he's going to come in, he's going to look at how I do stuff, and probably might even look into different things like kind of maybe my internet history or something. I don't know. I don't know what he would do. Or just some folders that I have for real estate or something, rental property, which I do off the clock. I don't do it while I'm working or whatever. So I hope he doesn't try to dig that deep into it. So I don't know. I mean, just I hate that things have to be this way. I just hate it. Just like with the eBay thing, I just hate that things have to be this way, but they just do. It's like I'm called out for that because I was the one that did the worst, just so happened to be the last 2 weeks, and he saw it as a red flag. And he, well, we kind of agreed to do this every 2 weeks, but it was more for me because I know that if this drags on for too long, then I could basically not be aware of my need for improvement, and then it's just too late for me to improve. So, but his awareness also kind of strikes different things. So, I mean, the worst case scenario is that he's just going to be like, how did this happen? And I can't come up with any other reason. And then he would be like, well, I guess we're going to have to sit down with Matt and talk about, I shouldn't say his name, sorry. Or we're going to have to sit down with the guys and see what we could do about either replacing you, blah, 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 which sounds a little ridiculous, but who knows? I mean, I don't know. Because if I did the worst, that's like, and it's kind of consistent. I don't think, but like, you have to understand though, there's one thing about this that makes things a little different, which is the fact that he noticed 2 days later, I improved times three, like my number of trusses or whatever improved times three. So it's like, that's more on par with the average. And he's like, this is pretty good. So it's like on the balance of probability, he's kind of like torn in between the different numbers. Like he's like, how is this happening? Because in his mind, everything's linear, which makes sense because as an engineer, everything's linear. I don't know how tomorrow's gonna go. I just hope it will go well because, you know. So at the end of the day, you're not supposed to be working for someone like this. Like you're just not supposed to be doing this. It's not a long-term sustainable plan for making money. At some point it has to stop, you know. Um, i the exception would be like if you were to kind of like evolve things from you basically would have to make your whole life about a corporate structure. So you would have to get married fast and stuff like that, which and then have kids and then relate to other people having kids, attend parties and then make exception for your diet, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. And for example, you see somebody like Thomas DeLauer who was in the corporate and he was a fat fuck, fat fuck or whatever. And as soon as he was able to get his weight down or whatever, it became his whole being and all that. So I don't know, like I just don't know how things are gonna pick up. It's weird. I'm always like I feel like I'm always on my toes when it comes to anything. And I don't know. But I am doing what I have to do to get to the other point. I mean, it's already 10:47 p.m., so I got to get out of here, go to sleep, get up tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I'll have breakfast. I'll just get my ass up and just have breakfast because I am hungry right now. So hopefully that hunger will carry on. I'm gonna check my ketones when I get home. So thanks for watching. But it's just, I think the manager or whatever, he tries to be robotic, but like if we're being honest, he's not. He's that's just not how he is. So he's just gonna get tired and then go back to his work, and then that'll be it. Hopefully, but we'll see. But yeah, I look at everything like you're fighting against the corporate structure, fighting the strong effect it has on you as an individual. That's how I look at it. And because there's always those pressures of you to be that way, but in a way it's a lot easier now because you can work from home. You don't have bosses that are based off of World War II values, or maybe even boomer values, because they're retiring now. So it's a little bit easier, but still it's like, fuck. I'm always on my toes. So and I'm not used to like the corporate, because my last employment wasn't like that. It was more like you were just trying to suck up to one person, and it was like up to him whether how you were going to do, even from getting raises or bonuses or whatever. It was like you better be on his good side all the time. And I don't know, it's a lot different here. It's like you got to please everybody. I guess I don't know. But thanks for watching.